Welcome to the video lecture series on the lab session electronic devices and instrumentation lab. Okay, so this is experiment number 5, that is static characteristics of SSCR. Okay, so here the requirements are these things: SSCR, resistor, milliammeter, multimeter, diode, transformer, decayed resistance box, CRO with probes and breadboard. Okay, but here we have a trainer kit in which all these components are embedded in the required circuit form. Okay, so no need to connect them discretely, separately. So already we have a board on which these elements or components are mounted in the required way. So the required circuit is this one to analyze the static characteristics of SCR. So static characteristics are nothing but it is a plot of VAK, that is voltage across anode and cathode. As you vary, you will get the current. So that is the plot here. So here now if you go to the actual circuitry based on the basic principle of SCR, it requires a latching current and also a holding current or some trigger. So that is provided by the variation of VAK with respect to VAA. Okay. Then if you look into the plot here, so what do we do is we vary the VAK value, correspondingly we note down the IA value, that is this. Okay, and we observe that at certain value of the VAK, so the transistor will turn off and also turn on, that is through the gate pulse. So those things are called as latching current and holding current here. So basically if you take the latching current, it is the minimum anode current. So this one is the minimum anode current required to maintain the thyristor in the on state immediately after a thyristor has been turned on and the gate signal has been removed. Okay, so that means you have to remove the gate signal, but thyristor has to be in the on state. So holding current means what? It is the minimum anode current to maintain the thyristor in the on state. If the forward anode current is reduced below the holding current, then a depletion region will develop. So that we have seen in the power electronics part here. Okay, so always if you consider in brief, so latching current is the minimum current that should be provided for SCR to turn on, and holding current is the current below which the SCR turns off. So holding current below the holding current means here, so SCR, this portion, it is off. Okay, so that we have to analyze using these plots, means the observation. So you have to vary the VAK and correspondingly you have to note down the IAK value, and depending on the certain value of triggering, you can calculate the holding current and latching current. Okay, so now let us go to the demonstration and let us understand that. Fine. Okay, now welcome to the demo session on static characteristics of SCR. Okay, so first here we are using the kit here. Okay, then circuit diagram, using that circuit diagram just you have to connect the things accordingly. Okay, and for taking the readings you have to use this meter here. So usually this is VAK, anode cathode. This is IAK in amperes, and you have to convert it into milliamperes, and this is IG. Okay, so only 3 readings we will be taking, but initially first you note here the few things, that is these 2 buttons, they should be in off condition, that is this one is for VAA right side, and this is for VAK. Okay, and the knob should be at minimum position, so otherwise you will not get the results properly. Okay, now starting with first step, switch on the main supply to the unit and initially keep VAK and VAA to the minimum value. Then you have to set 5 volt approximately by varying VAA. So you can see we are varying VAA and you can see the value. So it will vary slightly due to the changes, so that is fine. So next step is you have to turn off VAK. So that is turn off. Okay, then what you have to do is next, okay, you have to turn on the VAK. So then you have to gradually vary VAK such that the now you have to concentrate on two things. One is VAK and IG. So just observe here, as we increase VAK gradually, so both values will vary. So you have to vary this until VAK reaches 0.7 volts, and correspondingly note down the current here. Okay, so that is this current is IG current. Okay, that is 5.4. Okay, now after this step you have to turn off the kit and you have to turn off the button of VAA and minimize the knob also, and make sure that this is at the same position and in on condition. You should not change the knob position. Okay, now you have to turn on the kit and observe IG. If IG is not the same value as of previous, so then you have to minimize this VAK, or you have to adjust that VAK to get the actual IG value. Okay, so now that we are doing, so we got 5.4 here. Okay, now you have to turn on the VAA so that this VAK will come out of the breakdown. And now as you start to adjust VAK, so you have to observe. So what we are doing is we are just adjusting VAK, then gradually we are doing that, VAA. So we are adjusting VAA, not VAK. So once you do that, you have to check the value here, the VAK drop. So you can see it is increasing. So after certain point, okay, see, sometimes what may happen is you may encounter this problem. So again you have to turn off this VAA and you will go back to the previous step. Then you have to adjust VAK, then you have to turn on VAA. Then again you have to check the breakdown voltage slightly. So it is increasing, current is still 0. Okay, so if this repeats, then again you have to repeat the procedure. Okay, so we'll show that. Okay, so now you can observe here, as we are varying the VAA knob, you can see the value 4.94 is VAK. Correspondingly the IG current is also, IAK is also varying. Okay, so here you can observe, just you can rewind and observe that at 6 volts the breakdown occurred. That is, this was earlier around 6 volts and it came down to 0.7. So from this point you increase VAA slowly and note down the corresponding IAK current. Okay, so we are increasing that. Okay, so it will decrease slightly. You have to convert this into milli. Okay, so like that you have to carry out the experiment. So we have already the few results which we experimented earlier. So that graph is already shown in the theoretical session. Okay, so while doing the demonstration you have to follow these steps. Okay, now we will start the calculation of IL and IH. So first is IL. So in case of IL, what you have to do is you have to keep this VAA knob to the maximum level. Okay, then here you observe here the IAK and IG. So these values you have to concentrate. So gradually you have to decrease VAA such that this value if you take it up to 100 quickly, no problem. So but after 100 what you have to do is, once it reaches around nearby 100 value, okay, you have to turn off VAK and observe this whether IG is, so you have to observe whether IAK is 0 or no. Still it is not 0. Again what you have to do, gradually decrease this VAA, then turn off and turn on VAK and check the value. So that we are doing parallelly, we can check out. So the just before value what you got is 0.025 amps. So that is the value at which if you turn off VAK, you will get the IAK value as 0. Okay, so this is 0.025 is the IL value, what you have to note down. Okay, now what we have noticed is earlier this was 25 milliamperes, 0.25 amperes you have to convert it to milliamps. So next, to calculate IH you have to keep this VAA to maximum and VAK is on now. You just turn it off. So once you turn it off completely, then gradually decrease this VAA till this value IAK reaches around 100, and after that you have to reduce it gradually. So at observe here from which value it will go back to 0, that will be the IH value. So it was around 0.012 ampere, means 12 milliamps you have to take. So IH is 12 milliamps and that is IL is 25 milliamps. Then you have to turn off the kit. Okay, what we observed is IL we got 25 milliamps, and while varying for IH you have to do it very slowly so that IH should be greater than IL. Okay.